What's up, everybody? Ty Bartell in with another edition of Coach's Corner. This time we head down to our friends in Rebel Country, home of the Crestview Rebels. Softball coach Melvin Miller joining me today. Coach Miller, how we doing, man?
Hey, we're doing good. This has been really fortunate with this nice weather we've had, but probably like all of us, it's going to look like once the season starts.
You just never know with Northeast Ohio, right? I mean, but what you have seen though with the nice weather we've gotten, what has stood out to you? I know there's a lot of kids that you're excited. You got to be excited for returning from last year.
Yeah, I got some key returners coming back from last year. I got some senior Chloe Stoops, Brenna Figley. I get back who played 5 games into the season and broke her thumb, so she's back and healthy. Emma Snyder, another senior that's returning this year, and a junior, Trinity Smith, that missed all of last year with an injury. And then I got a couple fresh girls that were freshmen last year that got a lot of playing time that are returning lettermen too. So yeah, pretty excited about what we're bringing back, and a very nice incoming freshman class to mix in with them.
Does it open up things for you as a coach when you bring back pitchers with a lot of experience that logged a lot of innings like you are going to this year?
Oh, I think it definitely gives you a familiarity with that kid to know what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are, where you want to try to pitch with them as far as picking your spots and against different types of batters. So yeah, definitely an advantage to bring back a senior pitcher into the pitcher.
When you talk about the strengths, the additional strengths of this team that you guys are going to be playing to get your wins, what do you kind of foresee those strengths being for this squad?
I think this squad, we are going to be defensively. I think we'll be very sound. We have really some nice athletes to fill every position on the field. I feel like we're going to have a lot of speed, is not only defensively but offensively. So when we start talking about offense, I think we got a lot of speed on the bases. I have a lot of girls that have played a lot of softball that have a very high softball IQ. And so far through our scrimmages, we've been able to put up, some runs. So that's been nice to see that we've had some offense where we've been potent. So that's been encouraging.
What are some areas and points of growth you want to kind of see during the course of this season from your team?
Yeah, like there's always room for improvement, no matter how good you think you may be, or what you think you see. I think as far as points where I'd like to see some growth, some of it's going to be a little bit of growing pains because we are going to be on the younger side with some freshmen and sophomores. But I feel like those seniors can help lead the way that have played a lot of ball. And not that some of the incoming younger girls have played a lot of travel ball, so they have some of that experience. But you start getting into high school, it's a different animal. You're going up against kids not just your age. I mean, you're talking about a 14-year-old girl facing an 18-year-old girl. So as far as like weaknesses, I feel like we have room to grow just maturity wise, and with them freshmen and sophomores getting more confident in themselves and just being more in the maturity.
I know over the course of the season too, the conference is one of those things that is going to help sharpen you before tournament time. What do you look at when you look at this conference too, and just how competitive it is? How much of a benefactor is that for you guys come tournament time to have your iron sharpened against some of the great teams inside your conference?
Yeah, I think that's definitely a big advantage for us playing in the league that we play in. Is a very good softball league. Perennial champion, just really good every year. Make the deep run into their tournaments every season. LeBray is going to be really strong this year. Us and Garfield always have good games with each other. Newton Falls, Brookfield, and Liberty, always just good competitive games. And then we bring in Southeast this year, who is typically a good softball school. So I think that really helps you get ready for tournament time, and I think that's shown in the past where we go in and we can win a game or two, and hopefully this year we've built to where we can go a little further than that. We can go make a little deeper run.
You talk about the non-conference games too. You always schedule the non-conference for something competition-wise too, and also to sharpen your iron. What are some games that pop up in the non-conference slate that you're kind of excited for this year?
Well, we're supposed to open up this Saturday with Girard. I think that'll be a good test for us to see where we're at right out of the gates. So I mean that'll be a good one. And later on we have Beaver Local on our schedule, and we have Poland. We have them as a non-conference game, and I mean Poland's always a very solid softball team. So I think when we get towards the end of April, us and Poland play each other, I think that'll give us a good gauge of where we're at halfway through the season.
Big change came to Ohio high school softball in the addition of 3 divisions, now going from 4 to 7 in the world of softball. What do you kind of see as that, as maybe a benefactor or not for you guys going into this season?
Well, I think, I mean, no matter what division you're in, there's going to be really good softball. There's just, schools that continue to put out good teams year after year. As far as beneficial to us is we're not in the same division with Champion or South Range, so that's very beneficial.
You talk about those kind of rivals that you guys have, and it's all because of the community that those rivals are built to. Talk to me about what kind of community support you guys get and how much it means to the girls and how much it kind of fuels them when they get great community support driving them.
Oh, I mean, I always think that's a big deal, no matter what sport you're talking about. When you get, people coming out to support you at the games, when you have a nice crowd there, and we draw a nice crowd. We always have a good following, and our home games are well attended, and the girls feed off of that. I mean, that's, and like I said, in any sport, you want that energy. Kids want to play harder when they look up and they see, peers and family watching and cheering on. So yeah, I mean that's a big for the girls.
For those that may not know you or that are just getting to know you in the world of softball, what kind of got you involved in this sport, and what's kept you in it all these years?
Yeah, well, I guess when I was, let's see, we're going to go back a little ways, probably 5 years ago. My oldest daughter started playing softball. I got pulled into the rec league board and just kind of worked my way through the rec business there. And then in 2008, the high school softball coach asked me if I would be an assistant on the high school staff. And I thought that would be pretty neat because there was the grade ahead of my daughter. I had spent a lot of time with them girls. And so this was 1 year prior to them getting to high school. So in 2008, I came on as I took the JV and then moved on to a varsity assistant. And then 3 years ago, I got came on as the head coach. So I've actually been on staff here since 2008. Yeah.
Through it all, what's the kind of biggest thing you've learned about yourself through this journey?
I just really enjoy every year coming in. I mean, you have certain girls, you come back, you're going to miss them when they graduate. And then you start to, have bonds with other girls. I just really enjoy spending time with them, not only as being a coach and teaching them the game of sport, just mentoring them and to try to help them be just better people and be more prepared for the real world when this is softball's done. And I just really try to incorporate life lessons into every practice.
I know you talked about your journey being a head coach too, so you would understand this maybe more than most too, that the assistants too are also a huge part of the program too, and maybe they don't always get enough love too. So I want to give you that chance to shout out your assistants and other big names in the program that make it what it is.
Yeah, I'd give a shout out to my assistants would be Sarah Finch and Drew Farron are my 2 assistants this year. Like you said, you can't make it happen without having some good assistants around you. And, and then we have a great AD here in Casey Bogert. And I get a lot of support from the administrative staff, Dan Hill, and everybody, the school board. I mean, we just get a lot of good backing here. So that makes everything that much better and go so much easier for you as a coach.
I know you mentioned your upcoming game this Saturday too. Give a shout out to the community as well. Let them know why they need to get out there and support this Lady Rebels team this year.
I'm sorry.
I said, I know you mentioned the game Saturday too. Just give a shout out to the community and let them know why they need to get out and support this Rebels team this year.
So, hey, this Saturday, 1:00, we are at Girard. Would like to see as many people there as possible to cheer us on and get out to a great start out of the gates.
Coach, we wish you the best of luck this season. I know we're going to be excited for some Rebels softball this year too. Rapidly approaching, just a few days away too. We'll see you out there on the diamond real soon.
All right, great talking with you.